Hello everyone, myself Daljit Kaur, your painting teacher. In last video lecture, we have discussed about our third chapter. So today we will continue with the same chapter. So let's start with the next slide. That is Bodhisattva head from Takshila. Medium stone, period 2nd century AD, dynastic Kushan, Gandhara school. Theme is the fine museum qualities, cast stone head of the Bodhisattva in a thoughtful expression carved with a well-defined feature. Description in this Bodhisattva head, the face is oval in shape and tilted to its right. The forehead plane is large, having protruding half-closed, almond-shaped eyes, downcast beneath arched brows, which means the arched eyebrows are adjoining with the almond-shaped eyes. He has full lips, long straight nose, round chin, and elongated earlobes. The all are very good features of this Bodhisattva head. The hair forming the Usnisha are thick and curly, covering the head with sharp, wavy, and linear strokes. The small urna in the middle of the brow arcs is carefully added to complete the iconography. The two arcs of the eyebrows are smoothly meeting the outline of soft protruding areas of nose, which means the two arcs of the eyebrows, the contour line is adjoining the main outlining of the nose. The lips have a delicate smile of contentment, or you can say inner enlightenment, and eyes are carved in soft rhythmic lines. The slight ups and downs of the facial features give a sharp light and shade to the face. Means ups and downs of the facial features are created to give a tonal value to face or light and shade value to face. Overall, this expressive image has a smooth finish on the surface and has a natural modeling on the whole face. The most important feature of this sculpture is influence of Greco-Roman Hellenistic elements in the treatment of sculpture, giving it an Apollo-like representation. It is a mixture of physical features of the Greco-Roman sculptures with Indian expressions of serene spirituality. Or you can say the physical features has taken from Greco-Roman sculptures and expressions are Indian. In Gandhara region, a large number of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are images are found here. This mixture of foreign and indigenous elements in Gandhara differentiate it from other schools of art. Next is seated Buddha from Katara Tilla. Medium stone, period 3rd century AD, dynastic Kushan period, Mathura school or style. Subject matter or theme is Buddha seated in Padmasana with Bodhisattvas on both sides. Description is this Kushan sculpture height 69 centimeters was found in the Katara mound at Mathura. Buddha has two crowned bodhisattvas attendants on both sides. They are Padampani, holding a Padam means lotus, and Vajrapani, holding a Vajra means thunderbolt. Perhaps it is the weapon of an Indra or maybe Brahma. He is dressed as a true Indian in a transparent muslin garment, which named Shangeti, that covers only one shoulder and gathered in small string folds along the upper left arm. Maybe you have seen in the Tibetan monks. Mostly Tibetan monks are wearing this type of dress. This feature of gathered transparent textile, also seen on the two Bodhisattva figures, is the distinctive characteristics of Mathura. Here Buddha is shown seated as a yogi in Padma-asana, cross-legged posed, with the soul upturned upwards, on a lion throne under the Bodhi tree. The face has a smiling, friendly expression like all other Mathura Buddhas. The Buddha is backed by large decorated halo carved on the edges and decorated with simple motifs. He is attended by heavenly beings, which is called Gandharv, which are related to heaven, placed diagonally above the halo, bearing flying base, or you can say chori. The Ave Mudra of the right hand and the other angled arm resting on his left knee gives an air of movement. The artist has shown here the air is moving by the hand, showing in Ave Mudra. There are no baby impressions of hair on the head like most of the later Buddhas, only a snail shell-like knot on the head Usnisha. The other Lakshanas means other features like Ona on the forehead between the eyebrows, the wheel on the palm and soles of the feet are clearly represented. In Mathura sculptures from this period, light volume but a fleshy body has been shown. The beauty in this flexibility of delicately carved curves and contours give them an earthy look, means a native look. The face is round with the fleshy cheeks and shoulders are broad. The swell of the belly is sculpted with the quality of prana or inner breath in the figure. The belly shape is showing that he has breathe in it. The artist has shown his mastery skill by this sculpture is looking alive through his belly, where we are assumed that he is living. Lively sculpture. The flying Gandharvas give a spiritual importance to the sculpture. Their presence is giving to this sculpture a spiritual look. The lion throne has 3 lions carved in relief. One is in center and 2 are in each directions. The details are not too much, but the liveliness in this figure makes it unique, made it important. This sculpture is an excellent early example of an entirely Indian Buddha. Next is Gupta art. The golden age of Gupta began with the founder Sri Gupta. The Gupta dynasty controlled Ganges Valley from Ujjain to Odisha. It blossomed as a result of slow growth in Indian style of Mathura and Gandhara and later rulers of Satavahanas and Andhras. Firstly, it is developed with the Gupta dynasty, like his founder of Sri Gupta. Then rulers of Satavahanas and Andhras developed this art. Different forms of art like sculptures, paintings, and terracotta attained maturity, balance, and naturalness of expressions that have remained unexcelled till date. During these kingdoms, the art of this time, art of this era are too beautiful that there is no match of that art till now, till these days. Very few remains have survived after destructions caused by Muslim rulers, but statues at the main center of the artistic activity in Mathura and Sarnath show the glory of Gupta art. Due to the attack of Muslim rulers, very few remains are survived, like statues in Mathura and Sarnath, which shows the glorious art of a Gupta period. The immortal Ajanta murals stay and continue to stay at the top. The immortal Ajanta murals, which are today also looking like that days. The sculpture includes standing and seated figure Buddhist, Jain, and Hindu religions. Here they have made all three religion sculptures like Buddhist, Jainism, and Hindu religions. The Gupta sculptural style grew out of the Kushan style that survived at Mathura. The garment Shangati Buddha is wearing has Gandharan influence, but it has rhythmic parallel lines in string folds rather than a column-like mass of Gandhar. Here they want to say that Shangati has Gandharan influence with the rhythmic parallel lines. At places, it clings like a wet material, showing only in hemlines at the ends. At some places, it is showing like it is clinging to body. The features and body are completely Indian, and Buddha images at Sarnath reflect dignity, serenity, and contentment, means royalty, spirituality, and inner enlightenment. Gupta images have delicate modeling, finer proportion with calm and thoughtful expression on the face. In this era, the sculptures have full proportional and you can say in a mechanical drawing, full proportional with calm and thoughtful expressions statues. The supremacy of man's spiritual power over material things is the main theme. Here they want to show that he win victory over this world by his spiritual powers over the material things, you can say. All statues of Gupta Buddhas have exquisitely carved halo in concentric bands which are outstanding. In all statues, one hollow is carved out behind the statues, which is very fine example of this art. The body is given a slight bend, bung, making it look more real, natural and comfortable to show the more movement into the body. This practice of carving images was picked by the Hinduism and Jainism also. There are Jain Tirthankras and Brahmanical sculptures of Vishnu, Dasavatar, Gandharva and Apsara reliefs, to name a few that had Gupta art its best. Next slide is Jain Tirthankara. Medium stone, period circa 5th century AD, dynasty Gupta. Subject matter or theme is the famous Jain deity seated in Padmasana. Description of this: the main Jain deities consist of 24 Tirthankaras, the first being Rishabhanatha and the last Mahavira. There are 424 Tirthankaras in Jain deities, Jain gods, which was namely first was Rishabhanatha and last was Mahavira. This image of Swami Mahavir, the 24th Tirthankar found in Mathura, is seated on a square pedestal in a square base in a meditative mood. This statue of Jain Tirthankara in Dhyana Mudra with one hand at the top and the other is made in the Buddhist and Jain style of Kushan period. As taught by Lord Mahavir, three gems of action, which are faith, righteous action, and truthful words, free a man from the circle of life and death. According to his preachings, there are three gems, three right ways to free it from the circle of life and death. They are faith, true work, and right words. The artist has rightly expressed this in a life-sized sensitively model sculpture with a gentle, peaceful expression beneath bow-shaped brows. Here, artist is successfully expressed this in a life-sized. This means all the features in a life-sized sculptures like gentle smile, peaceful expressions, bow-shaped brows, closed eyes. The eyes showing the spiritual gaze means spiritual enlightenment. The hair arranged in snail shell curls like raising to a lotus Ushnisha complete this sculpture. Next is seated Buddha Sarnath from Gupta. Medium is Chunar sandstone, period 5th century AD, dynasty Gupta. Subject matter or theme is Buddha preaching the first sermon and turning the wheel of law at the deer park in Sarnath. Description: Sarnath was the most glorious site of Buddhist sculpture in Gupta period, where Buddha gave his first sermon in the deer park and set the wheel of law, dharma, in motion. The Buddha sits in the lotus position, Padmasana, with his hands in the Dharmachakra Pravartan Mudra, which you can see in the picture. This gesture of preaching or turning the wheel of law. The half-closed eyes are those of withdrawn meditation in a thoughtful mood, but his hands are active to bring his message to the world. Here, his half-closed eyes are showing that he is busy in his meditation in a thoughtful mood, but his hands are active to give his message to the whole world. The sculptor has illustrated all possible metaphors of Buddhist iconography. Means sculptor has successfully carved out all features of Buddhist iconography like bow, like eyebrows, lotiforms, means lotus bird shape, eyes, and long earlobes. The oval face, round cheeks, fleshy lips, and heavy-lidded half-closed eyes in a yogic gaze, means yogic look. High arched eyebrows and a prominent lower lip with a gentle smile, all are typical of the Buddha in this period. The body is slender and slightly elongated. The neck is long with the two incised lines indicated skin folds. The contour are delicate and rhythmic. The clinging garment shangeti is indicated by thin hem lines at the neck, wrist, and ankles. That is showing that he has wear the garment shangeti. The tight snail shell curls on his head to form Ushnisha are well finished. At the below, the throne depicts a chakra in the center and a deer on either side with disciples. Disciples means followers. The rear slab below the halo represents the throne, decorated on the both sides with mythical beasts and crocodile heads. The richly decorated halo is another special feature of the art of a Gupta figure. In this halo, the floral motifs in two circles are there with pearl string-like carvings and has a flying gandharvas on each side. The innermost circle right behind the halo is absolutely plain, providing the right balance to simplicity and adornment. Means it is balancing to well carved out motifs like pearl strings, motif designs. This gives his face the due emphasis and add on the spiritual quietude that the inner space of halo is also providing the right emphasis and give more emphasis, more focus on the face of Buddha sculpture. So this was all about